Hey, it's me V here from Drive and Thrive. We're home freight across 48. Now I'm sitting in my car and we got, a little bit of time at home and just kind of, waiting, until it's time for my husband to go back on the road. I'm going to kind of stick at home here. But there's been a couple of things that's been going on and a couple of discussions that have been talked about as far as the percentage in pay that truckers receive compared to their other contractual counterparts such as dispatchers and brokers. Now this has been going on, this discussion has been going on for a very long time, but specifically I happened to come upon like the Asian Mind Show, which is a YouTube channel where usually this guy talks to different people, or especially truckers. And this time, I think a couple weeks ago, he got a chance to talk to a broker who used to be supposedly a driver. Now, a lot of people in the comments, well, especially a lot of drivers, were talking about there needs to be transparency when it comes to the pay that brokers receive. And this is something that should be done. And then of course there were brokers that were probably commenting saying the same thing, saying, well, if I have to show you mine, you need to show me yours. And the thing is, it's not really hard to figure out. Like, you're the broker, you can figure out how much that driver got paid because the cost or the money that it takes to move the freight from the customer is coming to you first, and whatever is being left out of after you take what you want, or is what the driver receives. So I don't think truckers have a problem with being transparent about what or how much they receive. So if you're kind of not understanding how this works, so usually the customer will put, for example, there might be a customer that needs a load move for like $8,000. So if your broker and dispatcher, whatever, gets 20% of the load and the driver gets 80%, then the broker would receive, I think it's like $1,600, and the driver would get $6,400. Now that's if everything is copacetic, everything is going right. Now, of course, I'm not talking about, brokers who are doing their job or dispatchers that are doing their jobs. I'm talking about the shiesty ones that make up a good bit of the industry. And usually what can happen also is that instead of just taking that $1,600 off the top that they are supposed to get, they take a lot more, and then they could take like $4,000 and then put it on the load board for a lesser amount that a driver would have to receive. Go to part 2 for more.